Hey everyone! If you're a dog owner here in Orange, you already know what a great place it is, and having a well-behaved dog with you just makes everything better. So today, we're going to walk through how you can find the perfect trainer for you and your best friend.
Life with your dog here isn't just about your house and your yard, right? It's about getting out there, enjoying a beautiful morning at Hart Park, or taking a stroll through the Old Town Plaza. A great trainer helps your dog succeed in our community, so all those moments are just easy and fun. So here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll talk about why training specifically for the Orange lifestyle matters. Then, how to find a trainer with the right philosophy. We'll get into programs and local costs, what to ask when you interview a trainer, and we'll wrap up with some key Orange rules and resources. Okay, let's start with our first section. Why is it so important to think about training specifically for life here in Orange? Well, it's all about helping your dog fit seamlessly into everything you do. Just think about what you want your life with your dog to look like. You want those calm walks through Old Town without getting your arm pulled off. You need them to stay focused even with all the energy around Chapman University. And imagine them greeting people nicely at the farmer's market or just chilling out on a restaurant patio. That's the goal, and that's what good local training prepares you for. Now for section 2, finding the right philosophy. This is so important because you want a method that builds trust and makes learning fun for your dog, not something that's based on fear or intimidation. The standard for modern, effective, and humane dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's simple, really. You just reward the behaviors you want to see more of. It's not about bribing your dog, it's about clear communication. It builds their confidence and teaches them to make good choices because they want to. So, how can you tell if a trainer really knows their stuff? Look for professional certifications. These aren't just random letters. They mean a trainer has passed some pretty tough exams and is committed to staying educated. For general manners, a CPDTKA is a great one to see. But if you're dealing with more complex issues like serious anxiety, you'll want to look for a certified behavior consultant. All right, moving on to the practical side of things. Let's talk about the different kinds of programs available and what you should expect to budget for them right here in the Orange area. The two most popular options are usually private training and group classes. Private in-home training is fantastic for fixing problems right where they happen. Like barking like crazy at the doorbell or stealing food off the counter. On the other hand, group classes are perfect for practicing good manners and focus in a setting with other dogs and people around. Of course, the big question is always about the cost. So here's a look at some typical averages for 2025 to give you a realistic idea of what people are paying for professional dog training in Orange County. As you can see, the costs can vary quite a bit. A group class for a few weeks might be a couple $100s, while private lessons are charged per session. The biggest ticket item is a board and train, where your dog lives with the trainer for a while. That higher price reflects the 24/7 immersion and care. This should give you a good starting point to match your goals with your budget. Okay, on to section 4. So you've found a few trainers that seem like a good fit. What's next? Well, the consultation is probably the most important part of the whole process. It's your chance to really make sure they're the right person for the job. So what do you need to ask during that conversation? Going in with the right questions is going to help you cut through any marketing fluff and really get to the heart of their approach. This is how you make a choice you can feel great about. Here's your cheat sheet. You'll want to ask about their methods and credentials for sure, but it's also so important to ask how they'll create a plan specifically for your dog. Ask how you'll track progress, get a clear breakdown of the costs, and find out what you'll need to do between sessions. That last one is absolutely key for making the training stick. And for our last section, let's talk about some local rules and resources. Because training isn't just an event. It's something you have to apply in the real world. And that means knowing the lay of the land here in Orange. Let's start with a really simple but non-negotiable rule. Here in Orange, your dog has to be on a leash in public spaces. And that leash can't be any longer than 6 feet. It's a basic safety measure and a huge part of being a responsible dog owner in our city. There are also a couple of key legal things you need to take care of at the county level. First, all dogs over 4 months old need to have a rabies shot. And second, after that's done, you need to get them a dog license every year through Orange County Animal Care. They're just simple steps that help keep our entire community safe. Okay, so where can you go to practice? For on-leash skills, Peters Canyon Regional Park is perfect. The trails are nice and wide, so you can practice loose leash walking with distractions like bikes and other people. Then, when you're working on off-leash skills like recall, you need a safe, fenced spot. Eisenhower Park's dog park, which isn't too far away, is a really good option for that. At the end of the day, all of this, finding the right trainer, putting in the work, it all leads to a better life here. It means you can confidently enjoy a walk through Old Town, have a relaxing morning at Hart Park, and just have a happier, less stressful life together. Best of luck on your training journey.